Hello, everybody. Here we are live on Let's Talk Faith, Community, and Hope with my good friend and co-host, Mr. Rob Yannicki. How's it going, Rob?
Woo!
That's
Monday,
the excitement I've heard out of you
favorite
for a
day of
while.
the week.
So tell me what's
Russ, do
going
you like
on.
Mondays?
What's happening? What's happening in your life?
Well, I was going to ask you what's happening in your life. Have you been doing some woodwork at your place there?
Not yet.
Because you
That's
got a
for the
different look
future.
there.
You
Like
like
you've been,
that? You like that? Oh,
yeah.
I see. Yes, yes. There you go. Yes, I've been doing woodwork at my place. Thank you. I had other woodwork in mind. We're putting in new wood floors, so
How are you?
that's what I was thinking of. Yeah, you want to come over and help?
Sure. Anything for you, Russ?
Hey, so Rob, what's happening in your life?
What's happening? Well, just got done with a lot of travel for a funeral, getting back into the swing of things, and yeah, I think we have a really exciting year ministry ahead of us. So I'm excited to kind of dream for the future. I think 2022 is going to be a good year.
There you go. I couldn't agree more with that. I think it's going to be a great year. So, and we're so excited. Really, what we're all about at Family Life is walking this faith journey together and building authentic community. Right. So, as we build
Right.
authentic community, we can walk this faith journey together. I said it backwards, and it is just amazing the community that is out there today, all over the world. I mean, not just here in Salem, Oregon, but community spreading everywhere because of this online medium that we have. And we're just blessed to be able to be on. And I couldn't ask for a better co host to do this than you, Rob.
Well, I appreciate that, Russ.
You're so welcome. And hey, we've got a great guest coming on here shortly. And his name is Coach David Verdu. And a whole bunch of you people out there are going to know him. He's been all over LinkedIn and social media with all the great things that he's doing. Loves the Lord, does crazy great things for kids, and has a great background, really, a good story there. So we'll dive right into that in just a minute. But we just want to remind everybody that this show happens on Mondays at noon Pacific Standard Time, and it's an every other week show. So the next show we have is going to be on the 31st of January. On the 31st at 12 noon Pacific Standard Time. And we're going to have another great guest. It's a big surprise, so we'll let you know that later. But yeah, we're excited about the opportunity to partner with people. David is over in Arkansas, and but he has a lot of ties here in Oregon too. So it'll be exciting to hear what he has to say. And what do you think, Rob? Should we just bring him in?
You know what? I can't see a reason not to.
Okay, here we go. This will liven the show up. Here he is, Coach David Verdu. Whoop whoop.
Hey
How's it
guys, how
going?
are you? Hi
Hey,
Rob.
Good.
Hi Rob.
hey,
So you need a little more energy there. So
yeah.
I think I have a lot of energy till I talk with you. So hey, listen, we appreciate you so much coming on today. We really do. And we would love for you to let everybody know that's listening what you're all about, who you are, where you came from, and how in the world you got to where you are today.
Wow. Y'all got 20 minutes? No, just kidding. First off, guys, thank you so much. I think what you guys do is amazing for your community. I are one. Been in the ministry for over 30 years. And listen, without him, I pretty much have nothing. There's no sneaking around. There's no getting around it that, hey, I'm all this. There is no bag of chips here, boys. It is my God and me, and I'm trying to do the best I can. When you get sat upon a rock and he says, I would like for you to do this. I came to a conclusion that one, I can't box God because my arms are too short. And two, I can't outrun him because I do not want to live in the side of a belly of a whale. So I have said, okay. And that has been the key to my life, is to trust him and move forward with him from the get-go. I got saved in 1985. The next week, I was in the children's department, and I was coaching the 7th and 8th grade Christian girls basketball team. So, I mean, I went from world to faith in, quickly. And ever since then, I've just been loving what I do. Was a teacher at many, many Christian schools, public schools, private schools. And the one thing's never changed is that God has always been there for me. God has been faithful. When I have not been, he has been. And he's opened up plenty doors for me. I consider myself a winner as a coach. You don't coach teams to be, hey, let's just do our best and we'll just go with it. And what? No, we win. You're going to win. I want to teach kids how to win. And what does that look like gracefully? And so I've always had a winning concept when it comes to coaching, whether it's football or basketball. And and God's always opened that opportunity for me. So the cool thing is I'm from California, and I moved from California to Redding and Weed, California, I-5. And that's where I first started my ministry in 1989. I was in those areas, and I got to work really close with some amazing churches, and I started coaching again and working it. And then from there, I got sent and shipped to Colorado Springs. And this is where the paradigm shift happened, that I started to become a leader of leaders. It was 1999 when they asked me to come to a very prominent church and to help start the youth department and help in the high school. So I started helping in the high school and the youth department. And one day they came up and said, hey, we want to get our high school into the football league. I said, whoa, wow, yeah, I could do that, but we need uniforms and we need all that stuff. So I got it all together. We packaged it really nice. And the first day of practice, it's raining, Rob. It's raining. Who doesn't want to play football in the rain, right? It's awesome. Well, I didn't have a lightning strike meter, and I knew it was somewhere. And being from California, it's not a big deal, right? Not a big deal. So we get done with our practice. We're soaking wet. We're freezing cold. And lo and behold, someone left a football or an item out on the football field. Never fails. And so I said, all right, they're tired. I'll go get it. So I went back into the field to grab this material, and I got struck by lightning, man.
Are you serious?
And I flatlined for about a minute. My kids really were jumping on me and pounding on me. They said I turned completely white, like I was dead. And then I came back. And when I came back, I told everybody, all right, to the locker room, because I had no idea what happened. All I know is that I was on fire. Like my insides, like when you have acid reflux. No, man. This is like my lungs, my gut, my mouth is split in half where the lightning came out my mouth. And
Jeez.
They were tripping. They were like, Coach, sit down. Coach, lay down. Just, no, man, I'm good. Let's go. And so we got back to the locker rooms and stuff, and I passed out. I don't remember anything after that. And they started calling me like this lightning boy and wonder boy. And do you have magic powers? No, I don't have any powers or anything. It was a revelation that one, John 10:10 is real. I don't know if you know John 10:10, but you need to look it up. It says the enemy has come to rob, steal, and destroy. Now, that's not just your life. That's finances, relationships, everything. He wants to take that from you, and because he doesn't want you to be, doesn't want you to follow, doesn't want you to lead, doesn't want you to tell anyone else about Christ. So anyways, we get past all this, and it comes to our first football game, Rob. We got beat 108-0.
108? How'd that happen?
Yeah, we played the deaf and blind.
Wow.
Oh,
True story. We played the school of the deaf and blind, and in the third quarter, they had to call the game because it was too much. 108-0. And so we played all the rest of the games that year, and we got spanked by about 80, 90 points.
Wow.
And so the next spring, I get all these phone calls saying, "You guys still in the league? Yeah. Hey, you want to join us for our homecoming game? Why you want to play us on your homecoming game?" Well, I don't know. To whoop you, right? Homecoming is so much funner when you win. So they not only did that school want us for their homecoming game, but 3 other schools we played on their homecoming game. We had extended half times for 4 games that year. Well, Rob, that was the second year. And the only thing that had changed was the heart of my kids. That's it. They said no more. We went 14-0 and won the state title.
In your second year?
That's a fact. No different kids. Nobody changed. Same quarterback. Same everything. What happened? The kids came to a conclusion that if you work hard and you believe in your heart, because this to this is the longest 18 inches in the world, man. Because you got to get this to hit this,
Yep.
and that to hit this, because your mind will play tricks on you. But we just went after it. We won that state title. We got coach of the year. And I said that to say this: it's perseverance. It's continue. Lightning strike could have taken me out, and that would have been done. But there was more. And so I coached that year, and then I coached the next year. We won back-to-back titles. And then I went to a private public school called Doherty High School, and I took the girls basketball team to the state championship, and that was an amazing run. And then I got a phone call. I was at the Air Force Academy, and I was teaching some of the cadets some things, just pivot and this, and he goes, and I had this coach come up to me, and it was Coach Bidzelik, and Coach Bidzelik just got the job at Denver Nuggets. And he comes in and he points over, and I see him pointing at me like, "Oh man, I'm in trouble. I probably shouldn't be here," or whatever. I had these cadets doing things and moving like he was like, "Dude, how do they always do that?" And he goes, "No, I don't know who that guy is." And so he came up to me and goes, "Can you do that for professionals?" And I went, "Yeah." And so he hired me on the spot. He goes, "Come and be an assistant coach with me for the Denver Nuggets." And I got to the first practice, and Rob and Russ, I got there with a clipboard. I'm going to think this is going to be the most dynamic practice I've ever been to. This is professional. I'm a clipboard. I'm ready. Got my stopwatch. And he blows the whistle. Goes, "All right, warm up." No joke. These professional athletes got into 2 lines and did layup drills. What? Wait. Timeout. This is professional basketball. You're not going to do something different? And I walked to one, and he goes, "No, you continue to do what you always do." And he goes, "It's the layup drill." I said all that to say this. Everything starts with simplicity. Everything starts with the layup drill. It's over and over. It's do it again, do it again, do it again. Hey, I'm following Jesus today. Do it again. I served that person over there and I mowed their lawn. Do it again, and over and over. It's called Pete and repeat. And so, man, what a journey for me. Let's fast forward a little bit, because I got done coaching because we weren't very good. So they fired the whole staff. I went to Colorado College, And I came to a thought that I'm done. I don't want to do this no more. It's a lot of traveling. I don't want to do this. Is there some other ministry for me? My wife and I became foster parents, and we fostered. Not only where we have our own 6 kids, but we had 50. We had 50 high school kids, not at the same time. Hey, not at the same time. But we had them in 12. So we had 14 high school kids in our house, 4-bedroom.
Wow.
Not because of who I am and not because of what I am. It's because my wife has a huge heart. Russ has said it. Russ understands me. Dude, that's Uncle Fun. That's Coach Verdu with all the energy. That's coach that is upbeat, motivational. Boom. That's what I did for the kids. Who was the one that had to say, hey, clean your room? That was my wife. Uncle Fun. So I was Uncle Fun and she was Cruella Duville. No, she was, don't say that. My wife's going to watch this. She was the heavy, right?
Yeah.
I backed my wife. So we got to see a lot of things, and I saw suicide attempts. I saw pain. I saw that we don't need a whole bunch more children farms or ranches, but we need parent ranches. These parents don't know how to parent. And so they let them go. And so I started seeing all this. And one of my foster kids said, hey, Pop, will you come with me to an assembly? I want you to watch this assembly. So he takes me to the assembly, and it was an assembly in regards to Columbine. So it was called Rachel's Challenge. Amazing program. I said, this guy has got 1,200 high school students staring at him. He better bring it. And he got up there with a click and a like a slideshow. And I'm like, oh no. He's doing felt board for these high school students, and he lost them. He was sharing with them, hey, don't bring a gun to school. Well, okay. You know, if you're upset, talk, okay, but where's the tangible? So I walk out of that room, Rob, and I'm like, what did I just see? Nothing happened. And then I hear this, you do it. No joke. I turned. There's nobody there. And it was like, hello. I said, hello. And he goes, you do it. I said, okay, set it up. And then
Hey,
next
Coach,
week,
I'm gonna break right in there really quickly, just to have a quick, because I know Rob has a burning question for you, because I want to get to what you're doing now, which is where you're heading.
yes.
But it's just amazing, your past and all that you've been through, and I could just tell from Rob's face that he's been burning with a couple questions. So, Rob, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, what an amazing story. I don't know where to start. Yeah, to be honest, I was just kind of following along with where you were going. So it sounds like you felt a really clear call from God to step into a situation where you can tell something needed to be done differently.
That's absolute truth. I started the assembly. I went and did an assembly the following week, and a revival broke out. I was there from 8:30 to 10:30 at night. They wouldn't go home. Parents were coming in saying, let's go, and they'd end up staying. It just shows you the power of God. If you stay in his conduit, he opens up those doors. So, Rob, I just, like I
There's
said,
definitely an electricity theme going throughout your whole story.
yeah, you know what? That's what it is. It's staying connected. You know, energy doesn't get somewhere if there's not a place to keep going. Lightning never stops. It keeps going. It goes somewhere, the energy and all of it, until you cut it or you sever it. And listen, I don't ever want to be severed from what God is doing for me or for anybody. I want to be I want to be a light in the darkness, guys.
Yeah. Well, one thing that I love about you, Coach, is your passion. And from the time, I mean, it's so amazing all the things you were able to do. But what you really learned is that you could instill still within these kids not only work ethic and life skills, but you had a great way of communicating to them. And I just find it amazing. So it's called Way Beyond Measure, right?
That's correct.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about the organization where you do this.
Well, awesome. So after I got done with that assembly, I was like, what? I wish I'd have seen this 10 years ago. You know, when you fall into something and you're like, for such a time as this is what I'm supposed to do. Doors opened up so big that revival broke out in Arkansas, the northern panhandle of Texas. So everywhere that I went, because of the power of God that I wanted to share, doors just started opening and schools started wanting more. And can you share your program with us? So Way Beyond Measure is where we inspire people to influence others, because I can only be there for a little bit as an evangelist. So I grab 12 and I teach those 12 to go get 12. And so it's a repeat and repeat. It's just be simple, talk, be open to whatever they want to talk about. You can't have an agenda when there's so many people, because then that's my agenda. I want to open this discussion up to, what are you going through? Did you kick the dog today? What's happening? And so we can have a discussion and fix it, because, nowadays, sorry is a very watered down word. Fix it. You got to be able to not just say sorry, but fix it. And so we are a, how do I say this? I never want to keep Jesus out of it, but because we go into public places, schools, they want to make sure that, hey, are you faith-based? No, but we're relational based. Well, what does that mean? I said, we build relationships. With who? With everybody. Oh, wow. Did you get what I just said, Rob? It's faith. It is faith-based, but we're relational based. Ooh, are you a religious man? No, I'm not. I'm a relational man. I build relationships and I teach other people how to build relationships. So my saying is, I teach people to feed, not fillet. So we teach others how to duplicate that. And Way Beyond Measure goes into schools, communities, clubs, and they share light. They share life. Yes, you're going through it, but as long as you go through, you're going to be okay. And so that's what Way Beyond Measure is. We want to be a light in the darkness. We want to be just enough salt that people go, oh, that's some good flavor. And that's what Way Beyond Measure is.
Oh, that's awesome. So it sounds like you don't have an agenda.
No, my agenda is so me and you, Rob, met for the first time. So my heart's intention right now is, how do I serve you? Not what can you do for me? Yeah, I've got gifts and talents, but that don't mean squat. If God don't want me there, I ain't coming. But if we work things out and you're like, man, this and that and what have you. So it's nothing about me. It's more about, hey, how can you come and serve us so that we can continue in our ministry? Because I don't want to take over nothing. I just want to be another piece of the puzzle.
How do those solutions come to the surface when you talk about fixing it?
That's good. That's good. God's given me a unique ability to be able to sit with people and they just open up. They share with me. They have this trust. They have this like, hey, I can trust this guy, and they're able to share with me. So what we do is we slowly develop a relationship so they can trust me more, and then I give them coaching tips. to how they can succeed. And then it just starts coming out. Oh my gosh, I struggle with. Okay, so what have you done? What have you tried? They tell me, and I say, how did that work out? It didn't. I said, what else can you do? And they're the ones that come up with the solution. So it's I'm leading them to the trough, but I'm not sticking their face in the water. They are going to have to do that. So I want to be a leader that leads them to a victory, but they're the ones that have to cross the finish line.
Exactly.
But I'm going to help them see the finish line. They just have to follow through and get past it.
That's good.
Well, you know, that's one thing that you are definitely gifted by God, Coach. You are a masterful communicator. And that's why people open up to you, because you can see it all over your face that you care, that you're super authentic, that you are really, like we talk about community, you want to build relationships and community with people and help them with a better life. And then when it comes down to it, you know, Jesus is at the baseline of all of that. And you could say, you know, God is really what drives all of this. In the public schools, you may not be able to do that, but once you move on outside of that, you know, in building those relationships, you're able to share. And I just love what you're all about. I mean, you speak not only in schools, but you speak in churches and other places as well, too, right?
Yeah, that's correct. You know, wherever God opens a door for me and he says, go, I just do it. It could be on a rock. It could be on a pier. It could be on a boat. Well, you know, wherever it is. And if he opens up and says to do something, you got to be obedient to that call. And let me tell you, he's never let me down. He really hasn't. You know, there's had to be times where you be quiet. There's times where I need you to speak louder. And like I said, I just want, there's nothing better than to follow the Lord and be obedient to his call. I say this on my preaching line and my way beyond measure.tv. I say, listen, guys, first off, don't take my word for it. Look it up yourself. It's right there in the book. Look it up. And then second, don't just be listeners. I do this all the time. You'll see me do the old Carol Burnett thing. Hey, don't just be a listener. Be a doer. You know, the kids say, hey, what can I do to infect my school? I said, be quiet and serve. Period. What do you mean? But I have something to say. I know, and no one wants to hear you. You're their same age. Do it and then watch what happens. So I had this one guy, he said, hey, I'm committed to get to school a little bit early every day and hold the door open. The dude became the president of his class. Wasn't the smartest, wasn't the best looking, nothing. They loved this guy. If he wasn't there and was sick, they go, where? How come the door's not open? Because he decided to just make a difference and hold the door open and tell everybody good morning. Wow, right? That's amazing.
It comes back to the simplicity thing, you know, those simple things, just doing them every day.
That's truth. That's right. KISS. Just keep it simple, Studley. Right?
Well, and I think that, you know, that is what has been really a tool for you to stay successful, is really keeping it simple, because people understand that, you know, people don't want to be buried in complexity. People love the simple life and the simple message of Jesus. They do. And I think that you have done such a great job of following what God has for your life, with coming out of all that you have been taught and through your work experience, and be able to do what you do today is amazing. And we are actually at the time where we're wrapping up, Coach, if you believe it or not. I got to wrap things up here, but I want you to give everybody last word and tell them how they can get in touch with you, how they can reach out and have you come speak for their group or their church or whatever they have.
Oh, that's great. You guys, thank you guys so much for just tuning in and being a part of this awesome broadcast. Listen, if God puts it on your heart and he leads you to reach out, you can go to waybeyondmeasure.com and write me a line, shoot me a note. You'll see a phone number there. You can give us a call at our office. And I promise you this, we do call you back. And we just want to be able to serve, share with you what the need is so that we can come in and help meet that need. We don't have an agenda, but we do have a purpose, and we want to serve you as God opens the door. So if that's for you, then let's do it. And remember, God hasn't forgot about you. God loves you with everything in him, and he knows the perfect plan for your life. Just hold on, continue to be faithful, serve him. He's got your back. My name is Coach Verdu, guys. Check us out at waybeyondmeasure.com.
That's it. And you, I tell you, I appreciate you so much. I wonder if this person, if you know this person at all. Let's see. It's just the last name.
Verdu? Who is that? Wow. She's pretty. I might see if she can make me dinner.
She's on it. There you go. That's it. All right. Well, listen, thank you so much, Coach. Appreciate you so much. You're such a good friend, and I do appreciate all that you do. And we will definitely be reaching out and talking more soon. Thanks so much for being on today.
God bless you guys. Thank you so much. Rob, let's connect because I'd love to share with you how we can go out and catch some more students and some fish. So God bless you guys. Thank you so much. Make it a great day.
You bet. Hang tight. I'm going to send you to the green room. We'll be right there. Whew. Well, I tell you, we are so blessed, Rob, with incredible people coming on the show, sharing their stories of life and faith, right? And how they come together with others.
Yeah, you're really bad at meeting boring people, Russ.
People don't know your dry humor.
None of your guests are boring.
Yes, well, I am blessed with some great friends, and I am, and they are blessed with good people as well in their life, as Renee is letting us know. So yes, you're so welcome. Thank you for sharing David with us, because he's amazing. So, well, listen, we are going to wrap things up, and we appreciate everybody being here today. Please, I know so many people watch this on replay. Please share this out with your friends. Let them know we're here every other Monday at noon Pacific Standard Time, and it'll be the 31st. We'll be back with an amazing guest. 31st at noon Pacific Standard Time. So hope to see you all then. And until then, God bless you.
God bless you.